Well, ladies and gentlemen, today is a memorable day down here in the CraigTube Brew Dungeon as we mourn the loss and the retirement of the green hose. Yes, folks. It is time for the beloved and probably the most talked about green hose in the world to retire. And shall we take a moment to commemorate the many, 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 many home brews that were completed because of the green hose? So it shall be replaced. Stay there. With a brand spanking new fill hose. And may the new hose complete many, many, many more home-brewed beer and wine sessions. Thank you. Hey guys, happy Homebrew Wednesday. How you doing? Good to be back. I'm sorry I missed last week, and I'm not going to go on and on about why. A couple issues with the car, busy week. I was helping my wife with one of her new hobbies that she's up to. In a way, well, I'm not triple fisted. I'm double fisted. I've got a little bit of wine here and a beer, and I'm going to finish this off right now. I found my wine glass, by the way. It's my plastic one, so it doesn't break. And I have a beer, but I'm not going to get into that just yet. The other fist, the third fist, if you will, is a little update on the... You're going to have to forgive me about pronouncing this, you know. It's one thing to spell it, but it's another thing to say it. It's spelled sake, S-A-K-E, but apparently it's spelled sake, or sake. People spell it for me, and I don't mind. I called it sake in the last time I talked about it. But it's sake or sake. Anyways, however you pronounce it, it's the rice wine that I made in one of the containers that somebody sent me another beverage in. And this one had cranberry vodka in it. That's what it says. So I reused the container. So a little update on it. Let's give it a whirl. Okay, I'm not going to heat it up and all that. You're supposed to drink it like, you know, warm or whatever, but it's not refrigerated, so it's not cold, but it's not hot or warm like it's supposed to be. Nonetheless, you'll be able to see what it looks like. There it is. Okay, let's put that over there so I don't spill it. And it looks pretty. It looks pretty good, huh? It looks pretty clear. Right? I don't think it's very strong, alcohol-wise. So I'm just going to, you know, chug it, if you will, or whatever you call it, and I'll give you a report. Okay? Because it's not like 20% or anything like that. It's probably at 10-12% alcohol. I think. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out, won't we? Cheers. How interesting. Geez, I like that. It's much better than it was last time. It's much cleaner, and you can taste the alcohol a little bit more now, which concerns me a little bit. I hope I don't get have too many problems from doing that, but no, it's fine. It's like taking a shot of whiskey or something like that. It's not even that much. Very nice. It tastes a little bit like bread, and a little bit like rice, The yeast flavor has gone, okay? There used to be quite a strong yeast flavor. I hope I'm on camera here. Yeah, it looks like it. And so it's, yeah, well, that's all I've got left is that bit there. Let's chase that with a homebrew. Before I bring this on the camera, I have to explain that I don't know what happened, but this beer is absolutely cloudy as all get out. And I don't know why. Okay, I'll tell you what it is. Do I have a flashlight? I'm not going to embarrass myself. Just take my word for it. It's not clear. All right? But here it is. I've got it in my Carlsberg glass. It's a nice tasting beer. All right? So let me chase that with this, and then we'll explain about what this is. It's nice. Okay, it's nice. Now what it is, I'll keep it on camera, I guess. When I went to my homebrew supplier, and you know, I haven't had time to brew a lot of extravagant stuff lately. You know, I think you've sensed that I've been very busy lately. So I've just been brewing the pre-hopped kits, and I've been adding things to them here and there, like hops and whatnot. This one, what I did was I said, okay, I'm not going to, you know, I'm going to buy a different brand this time. Now, most of you are not going to be able to get the brand that I bought here. It was a can of Brew Canada pre-hopped liquid malt extract. It was a red ale is what it was. Okay? And when I got home, when I was going to brew the thing up, I realized, oh shoot, I don't have any, like, you know, dry malt extract or anything to put with it. I can't do a 5 and 7. I had no dextrose. I just bought the can and came home. No, I bought the can and the dry malt extract. I didn't have anything else to put with it. So I had some other dry malt extract that somebody sent in a while ago. It's dark dry malt extract. And so I thought, okay, so it's going to be a dark red ale. I don't care. Whatever. Beer is beer, and it's all I had. I didn't want to go back to the store, so that's what I did. I put 500 grams of light dry malt extract in, 500 grams of dark dry malt extract, and I threw in 300 grams of dextrose that I just had lying around. I just poured it in. It was finished off the bag. Did a little boil to make sure everything was sterilized, and then poured it in with the can of Brew Canada red ale beer kit. I'll tell you something. When I opened that can, you could smell the hops. Like, holy crap! This can had you could see them floating. They actually there was little bits of hop floating around in the extract. You guys who don't live in Canada, you can't get this stuff. It's good extract. It's all pre-hopped, and the hops are even in there. So when I was brewing the beer, I could smell the hops. I was like, oh my goodness, this ought to be good. Well, I guess that's probably why it's not clear, because it needs to sit longer. And the hops, that's what a lot of times that's what makes a beer cloudy is the hops, right? You know, you're supposed to, I could do a secondary or something or whatever. So I didn't do that. I was just doing this quick, 10 days in the fermenter, straight into the keg, and carb it up, and here we are. Well, let me tell you something. This is a pretty damn good beer. Could use a slight bit more carbonation, but that's something I can fix. But it has a... definitely you can taste the hops. It's not like an IPA, although it's borderline, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the IBUs are. The original gravity was 1.057. I don't know what the final gravity was because I forgot to take it, but it was probably around 1.010. I'm just guessing just from the way it tastes. It didn't attenuate all the way. Like, I used the yeast that came with the kit, and it was some weird name I've never heard of. And unfortunately, I threw out the little package. I thought I kept it to show you guys, but I threw it out. I'll do another one. I'll figure out what it is. It's not like a plain package. It used to have a name on it. It was blue. It wasn't USO5 or anything like that. It was, I never heard of it before. But so I thought, let me just do this with the yeast it comes with, and throw a little bit of this dark liquid, the dry malt extract in, and see what happens. So I'm pleasantly surprised. And I know all you all grain guys are. I understand. You're on a different level when you're doing all grain all the time. Is if you're doing it every weekend or every twice a month or whatever it is. You can't really relate to this unless you're going to do it. So I apologize for that. But I'm stuck for time these days. And so this is what I do at the moment. And it's, you can see it's keeping a decent cap on it. It's got a little lacing there. But it's really suffering from, I don't know. So that must be the hops that are in there. You can taste the hops, but it also has a fairly sort of a little sweet caramely taste, so there must be some caramel malt in the extract. I didn't put any in. Anyways, enough of that. It's pretty good. Actually, it's quite good, and I'm enjoying it. And it's got a little bit of a bang to it too, because I put the extra dextrose in it. So I'd say it's about 6.5% alcohol. That's what it said it was going to be when I did the calculation, but I don't know how far down it attenuated, so it said it was going to be 7, but I would say 6 to 6.5% alcohol. So you got to be careful with this stuff. I bought a new phono cartridge a couple of months ago, and I'm really enjoying it. I've opened a new channel on YouTube. I called it Vinyl TV. Now, I think there's another channel on YouTube called that. So I don't know. I might have to change the name, or I might have to do something. But I'll put the link down below in the description to that channel. It doesn't have like a URL yet, like a youtube.com/ yet. You have to wait now like a month or something before you can get a URL. So I'll get that eventually. But I'll put the link down below, and you can go to the channel if you want. There's nothing there at the moment. But what it's going to be is I'm going to start talking about vinyl, turntables, and whatnot. I'm probably still going to post stuff on this channel about turntables as well. I might post it on both channels so that, people who aren't interested in home brewing might still find it on the other channel. Because it's going to be a channel about vinyl and everything, records. I'll probably just go out and buy a bunch of records once in a while, and I'll come home and I'll just show you what I bought. Not sure that's appropriate for this channel, so that's what I'm going to do over there. And so if you want to see that, you go over and you subscribe, and that's what we're going to do. And I won't be afraid to do that on that channel, because that's what it's for. Vinyl. And that's it. And, a little bit of audio talk and stuff, and, cassettes and 8-tracks and things like that, but mostly vinyl. So the link is down below. Go over, subscribe if you want to hear about that stuff. So that's 3 channels, actually 4 channels that I have now on YouTube. CraigTube, CraigTube Music, Craig Talk, and now the Vinyl channel, which doesn't have a URL yet, but you can link it down below. All right, what else? So the new cartridge, I'm going to show you it without disturbing the camera because it's on the turntable. This is a Audio Technica cartridge. I got a good deal on it, and I bought it about 3 months ago. I haven't really talked about it much because I've been sort of listening to it, and I'm telling you right now, yesterday I sat down and I listened to an entire Rush album, Power Windows, an entire Doobie Brothers album, The Best of the Doobie Brothers, and side A of Bread, The Best of Bread, and just it's an AT440 MLA cartridge, and oh my Lord, this thing that's it. The search is over. I'm done looking for a good phono cartridge. So that is awesome. Let's put that back on there before it gets ruined or something. So I am going to be doing a video on setting up turntables, and I will be posting it on this channel as well as the other channel I just mentioned. I have plans. I have a lot of plans for videos, okay? But you have to understand, you have no idea how badly I want content on this channel every week, twice a week, 3 times a week, whatever. But what a lot of people probably don't know is how long it takes to make a video. Even these Homebrew Wednesday videos take a couple of hours. The other thing too is that I didn't even realize that YouTube still has a message system where people who post videos can actually receive personal messages. I didn't know that, because it kind of disappeared. See, YouTube sort of changed the way the channels were laid out. It used to be, if you remember a few years ago, you had your own little channel there, your own color, your own layout, everything was yours. People would go there and they would visit and they would post comments and it was like a little website. It's not like that anymore. They've totally opened it up, and I don't think too many of you actually go to my YouTube channel anymore. You just get the videos on your email and you watch them and you comment and whatever. Let me know down in the comment section if you actually do visit my YouTube channel anymore, because I don't think people do. They're not, the channels are not personalized anymore. They're not interesting. It's not like it used to be where there was like a little home, for CraigTube. There's my own background and everything was customized. It's not like that anymore. So I didn't even realize there was a message section there. That I've been like missing messages for months. People have been sending me personal messages on YouTube and I haven't been getting them. So anyway, I will try to check that the best I can. It's time for our CraigTube shirt picture of the week. I only have one this week. I might have had 2. If you sent me a picture of yourself wearing the CraigTube shirt and I haven't put it on the Homebrew Wednesday video yet, please resend it to me at the address down below, and I promise you'll be on next week with your picture, okay? I appreciate that. So here we have it, and he's watching my broadcast on vonlive.tv/CraigTube. And congratulations with the new, I think it's a new grain mill he's got, or he's just got into all grain, I can't remember, but it looks very happy and very ready to go with all grain, and that is awesome stuff. Thank you very much for buying a shirt. Anyway, guys, I'm out of time, completely out of time here. Thank you very much for your patience. Thank you for watching. And we will see you real soon. More videos. I keep saying it every week. I promise. The plans are in the making. The thoughts are going through my head. How am I going to shoot this? Am I going to do it handheld? Am I going to have somebody shoot it for me? Am I going to use tripod? Do I use 2 cameras? Am I going to have an external mic? Am I going to have this, that? There's a lot of thought goes into these videos. And I think that's why a lot of you enjoy them, because I do put a lot of thought into them. And that's why they take a long time to plan out. And so when I finally do get down to the day where I shoot them, I know exactly what I'm doing, and everything goes smooth and silky, and the video works. And that's what makes the videos work. There's a lot of guys on YouTube who just, cameras aimed at the pot, throw that in, throw that in, throw that in. I mean, they have a lot of subscribers, they have a lot of views, and that's fine, it works for them. I'm not sure I'm ready to go there yet. You guys I think you deserve more than that. I think you do. Okay? Thanks for watching, guys. Be safe. See you real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.